Kate makes Meghan Markle smash in LA. Hello and a very warm welcome to Kate Middleton and the Queen News Channel. Yesterday, Duchess Kate overcame her fear with a surprise piano performance. The Duchess accompanied singer Tom Walker with the poignant song Remembering Those Who Cannot Be With Us at Westminster Abbey. As usual, Kate was class all the way. Lovely that she chose a Christmas carol dedicated to the nation to debut her piano playing. The singer told the story of how all this came about, and it's really interesting how it happened. The royal family and Team Cambridge are nailing it in the 21st century. A source said to us, no wonder William gave Kate that look of love at the end. Kate naturally has a more shy and reserved personality. It's easy to notice that she still isn't 100% comfortable being in the spotlight, but she does what's expected of her and she does it well. She shows true prowess and strength, and I love her for it. It's never easy for naturally shy people to be in the spotlight, no matter how much they practice and train for it. You know, what I really love about this is how the Duchess of Cambridge proves that the best way to modernize the monarchy is not by lowering themselves to the squalor of celebrity, but instead by holding themselves up as exemplars of compassion, thereby uniting people in support of common causes, which the monarchy under Elizabeth II has always been, but in a much more tactical way to serve the UK and Commonwealth. I can tell you what it doesn't mean, and that's living in some rich enclave and throwing other people's money at selected charities, only descending from your high horse occasionally to expose your face as though you're so sacred that mere mortals mustn't look upon you too often. That's the mistake that Markle and the worthless Harry make, and it proves that deep down they genuinely do believe that they're better than the rest of us. The Duchess of Cambridge, on the other hand, she's one of us. She's not afraid to reflect what we value as a country. She's not afraid to show that charity is not just about money, but also about service and caring. She is truly the light of the monarchy, and I can't wait for her to be our queen. William's imagining all the flying crockery at Montecito. What a truly stunning piano performance from the talented Duchess of Cambridge. That adorable look of love Kate and William briefly shared when Ellie Goulding was singing was a beautiful moment. I'm sure Prince William feels immensely proud of Kate's efforts in hosting the Royal Carol service, as will the Queen and the rest of the country. She's a real asset to the royal family, never stepping out of line. No doubt that Kate will make an excellent queen when Prince William ascends to the throne. You know, another thing I was thinking about is that events such as this really serve to unify the whole country, and they could never be undertaken by politicians, their friends, and their family, who would inevitably bring their agendas in an attempt to be seen as saviors of the country. Political neutrality is a vastly underrated attribute. Just look around at the many other countries where polarization is rife, with one faction always looking to gain the upper hand, and it's easy to see why. However, does anyone actually think that it was by chance that the release of Markle's Christmas card coincided with the day before Duchess Catherine's Christmas concert at Westminster Abbey? If it's really true that the picture was taken over the summer, then why else would Meghan choose to release it now? She has had plenty of time to get this PR Christmas card together and release it earlier. This ploy is nothing more than a pathetic attempt to stay relevant. She's lost the HRH title. She just wants to give the impression that she's still royal. There's no need for her to even put out a picture. Due to her own aggravating behavior, not many people even care about the silly pictures that she does release. I'll tell you, it's no coincidence that she released it just before the concert. It was a clear grab for attention to take the focus off of Catherine and put herself in the spotlight. And why? Because she cannot stand feeling overlooked for even 1 second. With all the negative publicity that she's been getting lately, she had to do something to prove that she's not a liar. And what better way to prove it than to have her children in a photo? Yeah, we're not fooled. One good thing about those children, though, is that they do look like Prince Harry, suggesting that they may be biologically his. So if he's got any balls at all, he will take both of those kids and run. I think it just shows how desperate she is to feel important. She and her pathetic juggler are nothing but a waste of space. The narcissist is really showing her true colors with every misstep. We have a real Duchess in the UK, one with style, one with grace. We don't need a pretentious egomaniac like Nutmeg. She just wants and needs to stay relevant. Pity they are ex-royals. They didn't need to release a card at all. Again, this card was just a PR stunt. They wanted to try to outshine the royal Christmas concert. It should come as no shock that their little plan backfired completely. Who knew Duchess Catherine could play the piano so beautifully? Honestly, I can't even stop watching the video. A true English rose. Catherine's contributions benefit her country on the global stage and come from a different perspective on country, family, and the UK. Her soul and heart and loyalty are non-negotiable. They are not for sale. Meanwhile, the actions of me again are hardly surprising. This is exactly what we've come to expect from Meghan Markle. Also, I'm wondering, why would they choose a picture from summer for their Christmas picture? With the ripped blue jeans, barefoot, and so many months old. Really classy, guys. And sure enough, we still can't really see what the kids look like. I'm beginning to think we never will. Meghan Markle will never be on the same level as the Duchess of Cambridge. She's very average in every way, without much talent and really without anything valuable to offer. You know, come to think of it, the two of them are actually pretty well suited for one another, and I'll tell you why. Because neither of them has any idea how to live meaningfully and authentically. I actually feel sorry for those two children, if they're real, having them as parents. What chance do they have to become normal, fully functioning adults? Meghan is reduced to releasing a sad Photoshop pic while Catherine produces a Christmas Carol concert in a beautiful historical church. I cannot help but say it, each is getting what they have coming to them. She has a need to one-up Catherine at all times. Meanwhile, cool as a cucumber, Catherine doesn't need to do a thing. Her actions speak without her needing to do anything at all. She has one thing that Meghan Markle cannot buy, and that is class. After watching the Duchess of Cambridge's carol service, I cannot imagine that Harry or Meghan would actually think that the photographer would outdo Catherine's carol service at Westminster Abbey. I mean, I guess the picture was nice enough, but it certainly had nothing in the photograph regarding Christmas. I thought Harry looked quite disheveled in his ripped jeans, and Meghan didn't even attempt to make herself look attractive and put together. I think it was just a normal photo, because only the children looked beautiful. Those two looked like they were ready to do some spring cleaning. Also, Harry, you are so outdated with your ripped jeans. Men your age don't wear them in the UK anymore. Only the younger generation are still wearing these types of jeans. But again, you have such a Peter Pan complex, you'll never grow up. You think you're still a teenager. Newsflash, you're a father now. It's time to embody that role and learn to be more mature. Duchess Kate's done everything she could to do her job correctly. She dresses appropriately for whatever venue she's in, and she's always modest. She's a good mom and wife. She's very in love with her husband. There's no faking there. She's genuine. She puts others before herself. And when she's been bullied by the press, she's been strong and still carried out her duties. She took time to learn what her role within the family is, and she has flourished. Most importantly, she knows who she is, and she's comfortable within her own skin. She's not perfect, and that's part of why people like her. It's her charm. In short, she's human, and she behaves as such. She doesn't put on airs. She's not too good to visit people others may feel are below them because she's grateful for her life and the blessings she has. She doesn't feel she's any better than any other person in the world. She seems like the type of person you could talk to and she'd listen. No hurrying off or pulling hubby away from people. Believe me, I think that Meghan keeps targeting Catherine, especially when Catherine has shown herself to be a good Samaritan to these people, and even on her birthday too. I'll watch out for Meghan when her birthday comes up next month. I notice her pattern of continually targeting Catherine. Catherine doesn't have an egotistical bone in her body, and she's a very classy, humble lady. Very unlike Meghan, and Meghan is seething with jealousy. Catherine doesn't have to try to force people to like her. She can just be herself. And you? What do you think about Meghan Markle's act? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments and we'll talk about them. If you see my video as helpful, don't be afraid to subscribe to Kate Middleton and the Queen New Version channel to get more interesting videos from our team. Now, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.